If you're a car enthusiast and you're enthusiast about German cars, one car you might have owned is the Volkswagen Golf GTI. I had a 92 black on black with a red pinstripe. Sweet ride. Well, here is the 7th generation Volkswagen Golf GTI. This might be your gateway into the German car experience. We're here in Austria, in Wörthersee, getting a chance to drive this car a full year before it comes to Canada.
The new GTI is scheduled to make its debut in Canada sometime in the early part of 2014. When you open up the Volkswagen dictionary, the three most important letters are G, T, and I. 7th generation GTI is new from the ground up. It starts with our MQB architecture. All new platform makes the car wider, makes the car longer, but the best part is it's a stiffer chassis that's actually lighter. A lighter chassis means better performance, means better handling, means better braking. We didn't stop there. All new engine, the latest version of our 2-liter turbocharged engine, which will produce between 210 and 230 horsepower. Transmissions, 6-speed manual, of course, for 3-pedal shifting, and our unique 6-speed DSG. All the balance that you get with a manual shifted car in terms of the speed, the acceleration, the fuel economy, but it makes the clutch computer actuated. The car is faster, the car is sharper, the car is all new. The 7th generation GTI will be coming your way 2014.
Now, this is our second chance to drive the 7th generation Golf. As I mentioned, you can go and watch the previous review that we did. And when you get behind the wheel of this car in very short order, you realize it's a much more sophisticated car. It's also bigger and it's lighter. When you shave off 42 kilograms of weight, that means you're adding high tensile steel, which is stronger and lighter. And you feel that with the suspension that's bolted onto the car. It can be anything from aggressive if you're throwing it into the corners, or relaxed when you're cruising along at city speeds like we are right now. We've had a chance to drive this car on the Autobahn, and when you jump on the brakes, it feels fantastic, and the steering is what I would say is the best part of this car. Very linear, good feedback to the driver. Now, the engine on paper you might not think has a lot of power, 220 horsepower from a 2-liter direct injection turbocharged engine, but I'm here to tell you that it'll hustle this car to 100 kilometers an hour in 6.5 seconds, and it passes with authority and great mid-range torque. So the GTI has grown up. It's more refined, it's more sophisticated, it's bigger, and those are all things that many people will appreciate.
The current generation of GTI retails for just under $29,000 in Canada, and we expect when the 7th generation model is introduced next year that we'll have pricing right around the same point. Everything we could do, we packed into this car.
You know ducks mate for life, right? Well, Volkswagen's hoping that if you get into driving a German car like this Golf, you'll be with them for a long time. Well, this is our second chance to drive the 7th generation Golf. You can go back and watch the review we did of the Golf in Nice, France. And here we are in Austria, driving from Munich along the Autobahn to this beautiful part of the world in the new GTI. A couple of things that come to mind. The Golf has grown up.